Hello and welcome. Today's upload is all about the incredible sunset cruise on this gorgeous island in the Philippines. Now, once we stop annoying this little one, which is probably looking for a new home, we make our way over to the boat. So from here, you have all of the sign-up tents just to the left-hand side. They are offer all of the different activities that you can do on this section of the island. Now, in the distance, you can see all the boats. Each one of those boats will go to a slightly different destination and they will offer different services. The one that we got on was beautiful because you've got the bits of areas that you can just sit down in on the nets and you can just watch the water go by. You can get on a kayak, you can go snorkeling, all sorts of different bits and pieces. They have somebody that will offer massage on board. You've got acoustic music being played the whole time as well. And then on the way back, that is where you enjoy the incredible sunset that drops behind the rock face and you can get some beautiful photos. So all we are doing is just making our way to the boat now, and you can see just how easy it is. So you just got to walk down this way in a straight line. The lady with the white bag is actually the group leader, so she is actually taking us to the boat. So you do have somebody that takes you to the correct boat. You don't just guess and hope for the best. You just follow everybody. You go down as a group. You can see the huge amount of groups that are coming off, because obviously they do different types of cruises and different activities throughout the whole day. But everybody that is making their way over to the boat now will basically end up in the same place to see the actual sunset, and then everybody races home, and then you all torpedo off, because there is a cut-off point for this section of the island, and it goes very, very quiet for the evening. So it is a beautiful place to walk around and explore. But you can see it is nice and wide. You've got plenty of space, but it is a little bit more bouncy than it is letting on. So when the waves do kick in, you have to be a little bit careful, because you'll notice people will be barging into each other. Well, they look like they're barging into each other. It's just you get thrown over to the one side to the other, and everybody was meeting in the middle. But you can see the different styles of boats. So Andy's World is actually like a nightclub. So it is a floating club. It looked like they had a dance floor at the bottom, and up top they did just have like all the seats where you could get some nice views. Other boats had like a rooftop, so you can see the next one, I think, is where you can get onto the actual roof on there, because we did see some people just chilling out on the top on there. And then there are other boats as well that do offer different types of activities. So depending on where you find it and who you speak to walking around the island, you could do different things throughout the day, and you could come back here once or twice in the evening and have a completely different experience, depending on, of course, what activity it is that you wanted to do. Now, if you can still see our tour guide in the distance, luckily I did keep my eye on her, because they do walk quite quickly, because obviously they're used to walking on this. And if you do get stuck behind somebody that is quite slow, you've got to keep your eyes peeled. But you can see there are still lots and lots of people coming off all of the boats, and we are making our way down a little bit further, and then we will get on. Like I said, then I'll show you the boat, then I will go quiet, because you can then just listen to the amazing music. You will then catch back up with me when we are out in the open water and we're exploring ourselves, and I'll drop the GoPro into the ocean for you to see all the coral and everything like that, because that is beautiful. And then, of course, I will go quiet again as we are coming home, just so you can enjoy it for yourself, because honestly, it is an experience that I am never, ever going to forget. So as we are going further down, this seemed to be a bit of a theme on our trip, because we seem to have the furthest boat away possible. So you can see just how far we're having to walk. I would imagine it is lucky dip, so they will potentially park in different places, and it is just first come, first serve. But of course, there are boats coming in, and there are other boats going as well. But that is the view from the other side. You can see there are other boats in the distance, because they were moving around all of the time. The island is absolutely stunning. So there are lots and lots of videos available in the Philippines playlist, but we have just made it to our boat now. So we are going to make our way up there. It's steeper than what it looks, but the boat itself was very, very stable, and there was lots of good activities, like I said, that you can do on it, and we did make the most of it. I think the actual whole cruise was 2.5 or 3 hours in total, I do believe. So obviously they get set off early enough for you to do all the activities. Then, like I said, they will just stop for a good while so you can enjoy the sights and sounds, get loads of photos taken. They drive past the cliff face, which you will enjoy in this video as the sun starts to set. What we are going to do is we're going to make our way over to the first destination, which is where we do all the water activities. So I am going to go quiet. I'm going to let you enjoy the sights and sounds of the boat, the music and everything else. And I will catch back up with you when we are in the water doing some different water activities.
Every night we had some trouble. When you worry, make it double down. First song by Robert. And this will be a time to
Yeah, but I've got, no, if I stick it in the thing, but I've got extra one as well, I can't.
The next song is called Lovely Day, this is the application. When something without warning, birds are beyond my mind. Then I look at you, and the world's alright. Just one look at you, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day. A lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day. When the days that lies ahead of me, it seems impossible to face.
As you can see, guys, on the right side, that's a-hole. It's a tourist spot here in Boracay if you want to do some land tour. And there's a building right there. It's called Amical World. If you're interested to buy some condo unit, apartment, or sale. Thank you. Picture na kayo, ma'am? Ma'am kayo, picture.
Watching this back is absolutely amazing. I cannot highly recommend it enough. If you can book yourself onto a sunset cruise or any activity that involves an evening time slot, because you'll end up here or somewhere else close to here, and you can just see how beautiful it is. Now, there's lots and lots of boats appearing up this way, and you can see lots of people doing lots of different water activities. So obviously, they are all not from our boat, clearly, but they will be doing different things on a different time schedule as well. So just keep your eyes peeled for the different activities that each boat offers. We had about an hour or so just messing around doing this. It was absolutely paradise. You could go for a swim, like I said, you could snorkel, and you could see all the other little bits and pieces the boat had to offer at the start. But we just went out and about and explored, and it was amazing. And of course, you've got some of the other boats playing live music as well, so you could hear that in the background as you're moving around. And if you wanted to stop and get some nice photos, you could do, but obviously you want to have one of those security things with your phone in, so if you were to drop it, it would float and it would stay waterproof. But we do move on in a little while. The boat driver then takes us to a breathtaking location where the sun starts to set, and then they do ask if you wanted to get your photo taken at the front of the boat. So if you didn't want to risk getting your phone damaged doing this, then just wait until you're back on the boat. But that is now you underneath the water and just having a look to see if you can spot any fish and any kind of coral that was under there. Yes, the water really was that clear. A very, very memorable experience indeed. There's lots and lots of things to see. There was a few people from our boat that just went off for a big swim and then just had their head underneath the water for ages and ages just exploring. They obviously do offer everybody life vests, so if you just want to bob about, you can do. I ended up putting one on just so I could actually bob about as well, and it made life so much easier. And you could just stick your head under the water and just watch everything. So it was a very, very good experience. But you can see we're still on the boat, and luckily, like I said, the GoPro's waterproof, so you can do all this kind of thing. And then just when you watch it back, you get to see it for the first time, and that is what I have just done, watching this back with you. So I've not yet seen that footage before, but all those boats you can see, some have already gone, some have just turned up, and again the water is slowly starting to clear out because some of the boats that would arrive before us might get back before the sun starts to set. So just be careful on the time that you pick depending on what cruise you go for, but ours was quite simply a sunset cruise, so that kept it nice and simple. And then it did clearly state all the different bits and pieces that were available, and and obviously all the activities that you can do, and it had the time frame, it had the price, and everything like that. So it was all nice and simple, nice and easy, and as you can see at the start of the video, really nice and easy to find. So again, we are underneath the water, just having a bit of a look, see for different bits and pieces. It was very, very special because we keep turning the camera back on, because as the sun starts to set, it gives you a little bit more of a silhouette and a shadow, and you can just imagine how pretty this is going to be as the sun really starts to come down. Now, activity change. We are jumping off and into the water off the side of the boat, and this is where basically we both float. I can't figure out how to get the mask on, but I'm going to look like an idiot in a second as I hold on for dear life as I try and put the mask over my head, looking forward to seeing all the different bits and pieces that are underneath. So that is me looking like an absolute idiot, but like I said, I am surprised how well the GoPro picked all of this up, because this is the first time I am watching this back. Now, not only is it the first time for me watching this back, this is the first time Admira has ever done anything like this, snorkeling and floating this far out in the ocean before, and she was making it look so easy. Now, like I said, with the experience of just doing this, just book it. It is worth every single penny. And even if you don't want to get in and do what we're doing, you can just put the life jacket on and just float, because so many people were just floating around the outside of the boat. You can see you've got all the ropes and everything, so you're not going to drift off, you're not going to go too far, and if you wanted to, you could just swim over to the sort of the leg, and then from the leg you could actually climb up and then get onto the nets from there. You had people jumping off the nets on the other side, so again, you can do as much or as little as you want to do. So this is what I mean about just going for a float, nice and simple, and then when you let go of the ropes, you can move over a little bit further to the blue, and then you are good to go. And it was really nice just to see everything, and you just get used to it eventually, and you don't have to worry about holding on to anything because you're not going to get drifted and blown away. But of course, we had just got into the water at that time because we had just put the life jacket on, and of course I didn't particularly want to drift off too far holding the camera, so I was looking like learners and beginners is what was filmed, but actually how we ended up, we did end up like starfish just floating around, and it was a very memorable experience. So I am going to go quiet again in a minute or so's time, just so you guys and girls again can listen to the amazing music that is being played and just enjoy the sun setting, so it will feel like you are on the cruise. And maybe if you ever wanted to book one, well, like I said, I cannot highly recommend it enough. But let us know in the comment section below if you are ever got the opportunity to do one of these, or you have done one anywhere else in the world. How does it compare? And does it bring back any nice memories for you? So, of course, let me know in that comment section if you have got one of these on your radar, either over in the Philippines or somewhere else in the world, because I think no matter where you go, it will be absolutely breathtaking. And, of course, look at the colour of that water. It was an amazing experience just to be able to jump in and, obviously, like I said, just float around like starfish before we had to climb back on the boat again. And then from here now we are going over to where the sun is starting to set, so you will have some very nice views if you are on this cruise. And of course you have got some beautiful photo opportunities, and you can see with the weather we were super lucky, because this was the clearest evening of the whole few days that we were here on this island, and we just struck gold basically. So I don't know what it would be like if it was pouring down with rain. I don't know even if they would cancel the cruise and tell you to come back on a different night, but I am very lucky and very grateful that I managed to experience this, because just behind me is actually loads of rocks that will start to appear, and the sun at the moment is just behind us, and then we are in prime view as we start to spin back round. And like I said, you're about to enjoy all of that with the incredible music that is on board. So I am going to go quiet now and catch back up with myself at the end of this video when we disembark the boat. But if you could like this video and subscribe to the channel, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Keep your eyes peeled for all of the videos that are in the Philippines playlist. So if you do like the looks of this one and the activities that is being done, then don't forget there's lots and lots of other videos in the Philippines playlist for the visit when we were there.
That was when I ruled the world.
I don't know what's more
Right, here comes the sunset.
Yeah, you gotta be careful, that's what sucks you in.
So where's the sunset? Where's the sunset?
There.
Not yet.
Thank you so much.
I'll take a photo of you when you look at it.
Starting from you got attitude, you make something. We want some good money to burn.
Do you want a photo?
Yeah, please.
Speed so fast, I feel like I was wrong. Something like the day out before, and your arm felt nice while on my shoulder, and I got a feeling that I belong, and I got a feeling that I could be someone, be someone, be someone.
So nice.
The Bible seems to do your best. I know he's all forever. He's made me together. I got no place, ain't going nowhere. Take a fast car, keep on driving. Thank you.
Guys, sorry. Guys, now we're here in the front of sunset. So if you want to take some picture, just go here in the front of the boat. So I will take a picture if you like. Thank you.
And just like that, the cruise is over. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it makes you think, well, next time you're over there and you have the opportunity to do something like this, you will just spend the evening doing it. Because I really cannot recommend doing it enough. It's the first ever time I've done anything like that, and I would definitely do it again in a heartbeat. It was so relaxing, the atmosphere was amazing, and the crew, like I said, were absolutely fantastic. You had, as you would have heard, there was a photographer on there who was also doubling up as just making sure everybody was all right with regards to the life jackets and stuff. They were the ones that took all your photos. There was somebody on there with an actual proper massage chair, so you could get yourself a neck, back and shoulders if you wanted one done. There was actually a place you could get changed on the boat as well, so if you were to jump in the water and then obviously you need to dry yourself off and put on a different outfit for whatever reason, there was an area on board that you could do that. But as you can see, now we're off the boat and we are just walking back. You can see just how pretty it all is and just how different it is once the sun has started to set. So this is like perfect walking around and exploring temperature and light for the camera as well, because you can see all of the beautifulness on the water. But guys, that is it, and I am done. So one more time, if you could like this video and subscribe to the channel, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Again, lots of videos coming within the Philippines playlist, and there'll be lots more travel vlogs to come in the near future. So as always, thank you very much for watching. You lot take care, and catch you next one. Ta-da.